So guys, today's video I'm going to be talking about Lithuania, and I want to talk about this again because I noticed that most of the universities in this EU country are all open. All right. Well, for those who are new, welcome to the channel, and if you are old, you already know my name. For newcomers, my name is Milton. Welcome guys. Please, if you are just joining, make sure you subscribe. All right. Subscribe and support the village boy. Thank you so much for understanding. So I will be talking about schools in Lithuania, tuition fee ranges, requirements to apply in 2022. All right. The reason I decided to do this video again is because I noticed that most of the programs in most universities in Lithuania are actually open. So I want those who are interested to make sure they apply as fast as possible. All right. I will also make sure I put some of the links in the description box for some of the schools that are open. So if you're an international student who has been looking for programs to study in Lithuania or universities to study, make sure you go to the description box, click the links, and you apply. All right. Well, just as a disclaimer, everything I'm doing is based on my research, all right, and my experience abroad as well. Now, I want to also let you know that Lithuania offers more than 350 programs, all right, in almost more than 10 different universities, okay? So, if, excuse me, if you must apply for a school in Lithuania, make sure you check which school has which program because not all the schools actually have same programs. All right, there are different programs. Some schools they teach just social sciences, while others they do just engineering, while others do nursing, all right, or medicine or medical courses. Now you also need to understand that tuition fee in Lithuanian universities varies. On average, you can have something between 2,600 to like 3,500, 4,000, but know that medical courses or pharmacy, nursing, and dentistry are all expensive, and medicine sometimes is like 12,000 euros in Lithuanian universities. I think the University of Vilnius, medicine is around 12,000 at the University of Vilnius, so that is what you should know. Again, understand that in Lithuania you are going to be studying in English language, alright? So do not think that because Lithuania, the language there is Lithuanian, you are not going to study in English. No, you can study even bachelor's and master's degree program and likewise PhD at the level of Lithuanian universities and in English language, alright? And again, know that diplomas from Lithuanian universities are all recognized in Europe. So if you are looking for a place you can study in Europe and considering your budget, because I know Lithuania is cheap compared to most other countries like the United Kingdom, all right, but it all depends on your preference if you decide to go to Lithuania. Again, Africans watching me, understand that we do not have the Lithuanian embassies in our countries. I have a video about this, all right, where I said you are either going to apply from Turkey if you are in Abuja, Nigeria, or you are going to apply from South Africa, all right, or Egypt. So we should follow up those videos and watch them, all right? Now, I am looking at my Jota, guys. So, like I said, tuition fee and living costs are affordable compared to most European countries. In terms of living costs, you can spend around 350 euros to like 400 euros. Yeah, if you have 300 euros, it can carry you along. Let's just add feeding money, 350, 400, all right? It is good money to sustain you in Lithuania, especially in Lithuanian cities like Vilnius and Kaunas. But it all depends again on what you are doing, all right? It depends on your lifestyle. Let me say you're feeding, because if you're somebody who likes to send things into your mouth, it is going to be a different ball game for you, all right? So that is what you should understand. Now, if you have considered Lithuania as a study destination, there are various universities you should be looking at, all right? Let me say universities. You will have universities like Mykolas Romeris University, all right? Well, I will put them somewhere so you can see. You also have Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. You have Vilnius University, Kuanas University of Technology. These are all universities in Lithuania, all right? So, like I said before, tuition fee varies, program varies, requirements varies. So what you need to do is to go deeply into the universities and verify which programs they have. I'm just trying to give you a rough description of what you should know. All right. You also have schools like the University of Management and Economics. All right. This one is also found in Vilnius. Now, these are just some of the few schools in Lithuania, and there are so many others. Now, how do you prepare for the application? You have to go deeply into the universities to know which one you are going to take. All right. For example, if you decide to take a school like VILNIUS University, University, you should understand that I want to make you, I want to bring out something so you can understand. All right, you should know that they have programs like engineering and technology. All right, they have about 16 programs for engineering and technology, and of course they have about 8 programs for business and management. All right, they also have programs for computer sciences. Those for business and management include masters in business leadership, masters in business administration, which is business management. All right, they also have economics engineering. They also have financial engineering, all right, which is an MBA program. They also have industrial engineering and innovation. So if you do not check deeply into these various universities, you will not be able to know what is happening at these various schools. All right, now because our focus is the requirements here, I just wanted to quote an example using the description so you should know. Because we are focused on looking at the requirements now, I also want to let you know that when you are about to apply for schools in Lithuania, know that the application is of 2 types. All right, your own application, you as an international student, yours is different, all right, compared to a student coming from European Union or the EEA member countries. All right, that is to say, application timeline varies, that is deadline varies, all right, and requirements varies, tuition fee varies. So make sure you verify your own with respect to international student. Your own as an African and Asian is international students. Sometimes when you are applying for schools in Lithuania, always pay attention to English requirements and note that not all schools in Lithuania will always well, you will obviously find it on the website, on the university site, saying that English, TOEFL, IELTS, or that Duolingo is compulsory, but it is not. All right. If you have a problem, if you come from an English-speaking country, you can contact the coordinator of the program or the admissions team and tell them this is where I'm coming from. This is my document. These are my documents. I've been taught in English language. They are going to waive out the English requirement for you. All right. And now let's move straight away to the requirements. And because we already talked about the English requirements, it can be waived out to you. But for students coming from Pakistan and India, I understand that most of them, they don't speak English as a first language. So you should expect them to bring proofs. That is to say, I have already talked about this. Your requirements may vary, all right, with that of somebody who's coming from Asia or Europe. Now, for those of you from Africa or those of us applying from Africa, understand that the requirements will also vary with respect to university, all right? So always verify the program. I got some people, they were asking me if they can legalize their documents if they are out of Nigeria. They can legalize, they cannot, or they should legalize or not if they are out of Nigeria. They were asking me if their diplomas that they got in Nigeria can be legalized in foreign countries. No. A diploma gotten from Nigeria can only be legalized in Nigeria. This is the point. Because some countries do not have partnership deals or ties, so they want to be sure that the document you are giving them for admissions is correct to the point. That is why most universities in Austria will always ask you to legalize before they give you admissions, or even sometimes you can get the admissions before you do the legalization. But know that before you apply for residence permit to Austria, you must do legalization at the level of the embassy. And sometimes that the money is a problem to a lot of international students. So you should know all of these little things. Now, requirements to study in Lithuania in 2022 include a copy of a completed application form. Remember, you are applying online, therefore there is an application form. First of all, when you are applying for a university, you have to fill forms, all right? Put in your names, your details, your program. That is the application form I'm talking about, all right? So you should be used to all these things. Again, your recognized bachelor's degree with your grades, all your grades. What they are saying, you are recognized, because there are some schools that are not recognized, let me say in our home countries, or some petty schools that are not valuable. So in this case, you have to bring them a transcript that has all your grades with necessary signatures and stamps on it, all right, in order for your admissions to be processed very fast. Now, there is also another document called the Europass CV, all right. This Europass CV is mostly used sometimes for job opportunities or people who want to apply for jobs, all right. It is basically just a format of CV, but I think it is the best format so far, because the Europass CV is going to have your picture on the extreme right, on my extreme right, all right, or probably on my extreme left. Then you put all the other details in a tabular format. That is a Europass CV. You can check samples from Google All right, a motivation letter, of course, is a letter that is you are writing to tell them, to show them your interest in the program, your desired where you want to go tomorrow, what moves you to apply for the program, and stuff like that. All right, a copy of your passport, of course, we all know what a passport is. All right, so if you are applying for schools, or if you intend to apply for universities in Lithuania, you should understand that you are going to provide a copy of your passport. You cannot apply for schools abroad without a passport. Don't do that, because you'll be hooked. Even before you even reach the middle of the application, you will always find a space, put your passport and confirm your passport, all right? Your passport number or something. So without this number or without the passport, you may not be able to carry out with the application. Now, you also need 2 or 3 requirements, all right, because passport size requirements. Well, with my experience with admissions, I must say that the use of the passport size is probably to keep one and follow up your admissions with the other one. This is how it works. When you're applying for schools in Poland, well, you should also understand that apart of the documents I gave you before or earlier on, there is also a very important document. This is the document you are going to be using as proof of funds. The proof of funds document, all right, you also need to show bank statements or whatsoever document to prove that you have finance to take care of yourself or sustain yourself out there when you are studying in Lithuania. And there are documents you need or things you need to do. I have a video about that. Please check the channel. Remember, you are showing the documents to the embassy, not to individuals, all right, because it's the embassy that has to see this and decide if you are getting the visa or not, and if you are going to get it, all right. So you need that document. It is the document for proof of funds, and you cannot do that, all right, because it's like a lot of students are not aware of these things. You can't apply for a university without a passport, and you can't apply for visa without a passport. I received a question like this, that what documents do I need a passport for visa? Well, I understood the person didn't know what the visa is. Yes, we do all not know all these things, so that is what you should understand. Again, like I said, tuition fee varies a lot in Lithuanian universities, all right? And the final step is when you got your acceptance letter from the university. Yes, I said the final step because if you do not get the admissions from the university, you cannot apply for the visa. So until you get the admissions from university before you are able to apply for your visa, all right? I hope you get the point now. Now, also understand that life in Lithuania is very easy, very cheap, all right? That is why I said with 350 euros you can survive in Lithuania, but with even 500 euros you cannot survive in UK, all right? Whether I like it or not. First of all, remember UK, they don't use euros anyways, but with 500 euros, I don't think you can survive in the UK, all right? For just your accommodation and feeding for a month. So, well, some people can survive. I understand some people are extremely good in management, but it all depends anyways. Accommodation is what usually takes a lot of money from international students. So considering your finance, consider your finance, look into where you want to go to. That is the first thing I always tell people who come to me. For Austria is not that expensive as well, and schools in Austria are cheaper, way cheaper than schools in Lithuania. But you must show a very heavy bank account, all right, money in your own bank account. Finland as well, schools are not somehow, I think, closer like Lithuania, almost the same range in terms of tuition fee, but their bank statement is around 7,000 euros maximum, and you are done. All right. The good thing about Lithuania and Austria and Finland is that the money you are providing, you have to show it in your own bank account. All right. It must be in your own bank account. So that is the good thing about most of these countries you see I talk about like this. But make sure you follow the videos. I will be bringing deep videos, or let me say detailed videos about most of these universities in most of these countries. All right, so stay tuned and make sure you keep watching, and we move.